Hello guys, a blessed Sunday to all. This is Mike Padua and we are back to this weekend edition of weather analysis from Typhoon 2000 for today's Sunday to Tuesday, September 24 to 26. And this is our English version, brought to you by Typhoon 2000 in partnership with Naga College Foundation, Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Islands, Avenue Plaza Hotel, the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Nelson Legacion and our Honorable Congressman Gabi Bordado of the 3rd District of Camarines Sur. And before we begin with our update, we would like to recommend the Comunidad product, which is the Climate Action Center. And if you're willing to have your own Climate Action Center in your respective LGUs and also your respective companies, just visit our website typhoon2000.ph and click on the banner of Comunidad. It will forward you to a Google form, or just contact Mr. Aaron Cabasal at 0976-163-7245 or email him at aaron.cabasal@comunidad.co. Okay, so that's the email address if you're willing to have your own Climate Action Center to be resilient enough in this times of climate change. Okay, so let's begin now with our update. Here's the latest graph set we created last night. This is the 48 hour until Monday. And we have a couple of interesting systems that are roaming across the Philippine Sea and the Western Pacific. But first, we are going to mention this LPA 90W, which formed north of Bicol region during the past 48 hours. It has dissipated, and another one has formed within this active monsoon trough to the west of Metro Manila. So this is 91W, and currently, as we speak, it's now moving faster towards the west, and it's approaching the coastal waters of Vietnam, and it's likely to become a potential candidate for our next tropical cyclone in the West Philippine Sea and the Western Pacific. And out here across the Marianas to the east of that, we have once X96W. This is now considered just a shallow LPA. It's still trying to consolidate, but it's become broader. And there might be another circulation within this monsoon trough that is expected to become a dominant feature within the next 7 to 10 days. And we are keeping an eye on this. And the monsoon trough, as we speak, has digged down more to the south, and it's already to the east of Mindanao. And we are going to show to you the latest satellite animation this Sunday morning. So expect the southwest monsoon to prevail across Palawan and the western sections of Visayas, including the Sulu archipelago, and more thunderstorms are still expected in the afternoon or evening in various sections of the country. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas or rain gear, as well as watch out for lightning strikes and possibility of flash floods when we have very strong, severe thunderstorms in your areas during the next 48 hours. So that's the latest from our graph sat. Here's the fast animation. So this is now 91W, and it's likely to become a significant tropical cyclone within the next 24 to 48 hours as it approaches the coastal waters of Vietnam. And the troughing of the monsoon is currently here across the Bicol region, southern Luzon, and all the way up to this area of shallow LPA. This is once 96W. It's starting to reorganize, and it could become another LPA because the former 91W is here. So this is another developing system. And as we take a look now at the zoom-in satellite animation, beginning at 3 a.m. this morning until 8 o'clock this morning. And you can clearly see here another line of thunderstorms are developing within the monsoon trough, and expect thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening in various sections of the country. And we have here the part of the monsoon trough, which is worth watching for a possibility of a shallow LPA that could develop as well within this active line of the monsoon trough. Now, to check to our wind forecast from European model from windy.com, and this is for the next 3 days. So tomorrow, Monday, we have here LPA 91W is likely to become a tropical depression as it moves closer to the coastal areas of Da Nang, Vietnam. And the monsoon trough is still stable, and it's crossing the Philippine Islands with much of thunderstorms expected. And it's connected to a possibility of another LPA forming here. It's quite broad, and it's likely there are multiple vortices along this large area of this lower atmospheric pressure. So this is the LPA to the west of Guam. And then on Tuesday afternoon, the LPA 91W making landfall over Vietnam, while this one remains quasi-stationary with the monsoon trough is still in place. And the area of this broad LPA continues to be a problem in development. If we have broader circulation, it's taking a long time to develop. So we are here to wait on what will be the future outcome of this broad LPA. There's likely to be another circulation here, but most of the models are pointing here to the west of Guam. So likely it's multiple LPAs here. And the southwest monsoon is concentrated here over the West Philippine Sea. Variable winds across the Philippine Islands, and westerly to southwesterly wind flow over Palau and Yap. And on Wednesday afternoon, we have, it looks like the LPA that is likely to become a tropical depression. Once it makes landfall over Vietnam, there will be a remnant cloudiness to the east of this, and it's likely to become another LPA. And we have here possibility of two LPAs here, shallow ones. The one to the west of Guam has moved closer to the Marianas, still quasi-stationary, and another one here, south of Okinawa, and light winds from the west across the Visayas. And if we move forward to Thursday, there you go, the LPA here to the east of Da Nang has moved more to the east, and is likely to be moving into the Philippine area of responsibility. So this is an active LPA, and there you go, it's starting to act up. The broad LPA is starting to shrink down, and is currently organizing somewhere here, still to the west of Saipan or Guam. And we are going to keep an eye on this, because the European model are forecasting it to become a significant tropical cyclone by next weekend until early October. So but the uncertainty remains high. Okay, so we are going to observe this one. If we move into the extended version of this forecast until the first 3 days of October, you can clearly see here that the one to the west of the Philippines will become a tropical cyclone, moving towards southern China. Okay, here you can clearly see here, while the other one, this one, is likely to become the next tropical cyclone, heading closer towards northern Luzon. So this is a system that we are going to observe in the first few days of October. But like what I said, forecast of more than 5 days remains uncertain, so there will be some changes in the forecast models, particularly the European model. Now, if we take a look at the American model, between September 30 to October 3, it's a different scenario of that LPA. It's going to recurve towards the sea east of Japan. So nothing unusual, but October 3 there will be a low pressure area forming east of Bicol. So that's the scenario of the American model. So it remains uncertain. We still don't know until all the models blends. So we will keep you updated on that. So let's focus on this weather system as to this time, the one to the west and east of our country, but it's not a threat to the Philippine Islands as of this time. Okay, just the usual localized thunderstorms expected during the next 3 days. Okay, now let's take a look now at our rainfall accumulation forecast. So let me show it to you. This is for the next 3 days until Tuesday. And you can see the lots of thunderstorms are still in store across Mimaropa, Visayas, Bicol region, central and southern Luzon, portions of Mindanao. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas. Okay, and before we leave you, here's the latest global tropics hazards outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now for week 2, valid September 27 to October 3, the Philippine Islands will have more than 65% of above average rainfall probability, okay? While the tropical cyclone formation will remain at 20 to more than 40% because of those low pressure areas embedded within the monsoon trough. And that will be week 2. And by week 3, valid October 4 to 10, this is highly uncertain yet. It remains at more than 40% of a tropical cyclone formation to the east of the Philippine Islands. So this is quite the scenario for the next 2 weeks because of the wet phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation, the intra-seasonal climate variability that divides the hot, dry, and wet, rainy events in the Asia Pacific. Every 2 to 3 weeks it returns after dry conditions. So we are now on that wet phase. So we expect rainfall at normal to high probability. Okay. So we are going to observe this for the next 2 weeks. So watch out for more updates in the coming days. We'll see you again in the next couple of days. This is Mike Padua saying have a blessed Sunday. Good day to all. Stay safe always, and thank you so much for watching our channel.